Do you feel like your portfolio is more complicated than it should be? There's a way that you can make your investing life a whole lot simpler, a whole lot more cost-effective, and still be diversified. I'm Lori, an advice-only financial planner with Abundo Wealth. We want you to feel empowered with your money and keep as much of it as possible. When it comes to investing, that means keeping your fees low and staying invested for the long term. A portfolio made up of just 3 index funds does all this, and is a strategy that we show our clients how to do all the time. The 3-fund portfolio is made up of a total U.S. stock market fund, a total international stock market fund, and a total bond market fund. This simple approach has several advantages. The first is cost. Have you ever dug into the cost of your investment funds? These are expense ratios, the operating costs of managing the fund, and the fee is passed on to the investor. You don't see these fees being subtracted from your accounts, but instead they reduce the value of your investment. The larger the expense ratio, the more impact to your portfolio over time. Actively managed funds are run by highly paid fund managers who pick the stocks they think will perform the best. This, of course, creates a higher cost to the investor. But research has proven over the years that 9 out of 10 active fund managers do worse than the market. You can see this in the S&P Indices versus Active report linked in the description. Meanwhile, those 3 index funds are extremely low cost and at a fraction of an actively managed fund, usually under 0.1% in fees, because there's not a lot to manage since they just follow whatever the market index is doing. Lower expense ratios mean you keep more of your money, and who wants to pay more to underperform? Also, because index funds don't buy and sell investments very often, they tend to generate very little in capital gain distributions, and are seen as a little more tax efficient when they're in taxable accounts. Complicated strategies don't guarantee better performance over time, but they do guarantee more complexity and cost. The second advantage is diversification. Having a diversified portfolio is the best investment strategy in the long term, and the 3-fund portfolio provides market diversification in 3 important ways. First, the funds hold thousands of companies, so you don't have the risk of holding individual stocks or sectors. Second, it gives you access to both U.S. and non-U.S. stock markets. That's really important since there are periods as long as a decade where the international markets outperform the U.S. and vice versa. And third, it's easy to add bonds or fixed income to match your risk tolerance. Dial up your bond fund portion, and that will reduce the long-term volatility of your portfolio. Next, a lot of our clients tell us they value simplicity, and they like feeling that their accounts are invested in an organized way. Many are looking for a set it and forget it, since they have better things to do than futz with their accounts all the time. With a 3-fund strategy, you can easily automate your contributions and spend only a few hours a year on maintenance, since there's only 3 funds. And finally, because of this simplicity, in a way, you reduce the ability to tinker. Many investors underperform because they're really bad at timing the market, buying when things are popular and high and selling when they're low and out of favor. When you have a portfolio with a lot of different company stocks, you have a constant opportunity to mess with your investments based on what's going on in the news or what you just hear from your friends. But with a broad index approach, you're limiting the actions you can take. Staying invested means your accounts have the chance to grow and meet your goals. The best long-term investment strategy is to invest in diversified funds while paying the least amount of fees. Not everyone is a fan of the 3-fund portfolio since it's harder to show the value of management costs. We believe you are fully capable to manage investments on your own, and the 3-fund portfolio is a simple, low-cost way to do that. Abundo Wealth is an advice-only financial planning firm on a mission to make low-cost investment and financial advice accessible to anybody. And if you like getting regular tips on practical financial topics, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.